Welcome to Tangling along with me. We are continuing on tanglepatterns.com, and today it is this pattern that we're going to do. Let's open up the book and find a place for this. So this one can be a standalone tangle. It can be a fragment in a string. You can use it as a string, and if you use it as a fragment or something else, you can actually pop a gem in the middle of it if you want to. I'm not going to show you the gem right now, but we might do that in the end where we're making a tile. But let's do this as a fragment. So I am going to make my grid, and I think I'm gonna do it right here because I have something that looks like a really nice square here. So I'm just gonna make my grid right here. There we go. So first of all, we're going in and making a line from the middle to this one. So from the middle on one line to the middle on the other line. And the same here. And here. And here. So we have kind of a square in there. I really like to do that in all of these first. But you can do one square at the time if you want to. But I kind of like doing these first so that I have my points from the squares in the right places. And because my grid is a bit wonky, then these squares are also going to be a little wonky. Okay, let's go up here. I am going to make one more in here. Like that. And I could have made these a bit different. I actually think I'm doing it like a fragment in the string. Anyway, we're going to continue, so I'm going to place a line from this corner to this corner and so on, and then placing a few more lines going from that corner and out on the side, and the same over here, going from the corner or point here to the line. And then I like that they made these kind of small feet, so I'm just gonna make kind of a C shape here between the lines, the C shape, giving this a little feet, the lines here, so they get a little foot here, or some roundings. And take your time with this, because if you don't, you have it all over. Like that. And in this square here, or this, I don't know what to call that shape, I am just going to make a aura. And in the aura you could put in some orbs. And if you do, start with the big one in the middle. Popping in an orb or two on each side, like that. And that is actually the fragment, that tiny bit here, and I should have made it in the whole piece here. So Now I need to figure out what to do. Let me do one more just like that one down here. It's getting a tiny bit wonky here. The lines. And then the extra lines. And then the rounding. So that these lines kind of get a little foot. There we go. And then the aura on the inside. And the orbs. First the large one. And then stuffing the sides here with orbs as well. There we go. That would be a tiny bit of that piece you can see up there. I really did this kind of wrong. I should have had it in the whole square. I might have to do this again for you. I'm going to pop it in the other way here. And then these lines. There we go. The roundings. And this is my way of doing it. I know that some people's are only doing one of the lines here at the time like this. And that is also a way to do it. But I kind of like making kind of that C shape. Let's make the inside. And I think I'm just gonna make one more in here and color that black just to use one of the other ideas of how to embellish this one. Then this down here. And the lines. There we go. And the roundings. And on the other side as well. and the double aura where I am coloring in the inside here. So I'm just gonna try to make it look as if I have done this one up here. And here we would have the aura and the black center like that. And because I did it wrong, I have all this extra space here, so don't really know what to do about this. Let me kind of make a shape in here. Like the one we have in the middle of these. Just to do something with this extra space. There we go. I'm going to cap my black here and find my eraser to erase this borderline or string line that I have here, like that. Let me take my green Micron brush here. I was thinking about maybe coloring in this triangular shape here. Like that. I think I will have to do it here on the top here as well. I never played around with this tangle here before, so oops, that's why it is not going just as planned. I really like these brush pens, but sometimes I think they can be a bit difficult to control, so they are not my favorite. They're good at filling out big spaces, but they're not really good to the fine lines here. Remember to relax in your hands and breathe and just enjoy the time you have with coloring in these shapes here. Just take your time. There we go. I think that came out pretty neat anyway. I'm going to take my white jelly roll, that's the 08, making sure it is working. And I think I'm going to go in here and color in these orbs if I can get it to go. There we go. And just coloring these in. You don't need to do this, or you could use another color if you wanted to, depending on the paper you're working on. I think here in this inner one before the black one, I'm just going to color that in white. And this one. There we go. Now for some shading in some kind of way. I'm not really sure what to do. I could take my white charcoal and just pop in a tiny bit here in the middle of these shapes here. Just because I can. Taking my tortillon and softening it out. And down here. There we go. Going in with my graphite. First of all, I am going to make a shadow behind this border we made here the first day. Like that, taking my tortillon to soften out the graphite. And I am using small circle movements. There we go. I like that. And I'm thinking of popping in a tiny bit of graphite here in these pointy things here. But you can really do this as you feel like. There we go. So that is actually not the pattern as it is looking. That's the way I did it, because I was looking on the how-to, and they did it like that. You could go in and make it in a circle or something. So I was thinking about doing that, or just make one more maybe. I'm not really sure what to do right now. I could go in and make a big orb here. I'm just sketching it out because I'm not always good at making orbs. Taking my black Micron 01 again, and I'm just going to color in or draw up this orb here. Like that. And then you pop in this diamond shape. Let's call it a diamond shape. And I made it very big. That's this one right here. And then we make the line from the circle here and out to the point, or from the point to the circle, and then again from the lines of this one to this point here on the circle. And the same over here from that point in the circle to the lines. There we go. And then we are going to round it off, and here you can really see the shape that I'm doing. I'm making kind of a C shape here. Between these lines. You could just go in and make the half one here and then make the other half and then another half and then keep on like that. That is all up to you what you prefer. I like the C shape. I feel it gives me a bit more control. There we go. Then the inside border of this one. And you can pop whatever you want in here. I am going with the orbs again, just because that is one of the easier options and it really looks good every time. And I'm kind of smooshing the orbs in under the first one here. And the same thing up here. Kind of smooshing an orb underneath the first one. There we go. So we have the orbs. So if you do it in a string like this one down here, you lose the first square and you go in as if this is your first square and then make this pattern go from this corner to this corner. I don't think it is that difficult, but when you look at the step out, it kind of looked like this because they made the square in the square. But anyway, I'm just gonna pop in a tiny bit of white charcoal here, using my Tortillions to soften that up. Don't want to do much with this one, just wanted to show you that you could make it in a circle as well, or an orb. Just popping in a tiny bit of light here in these orbs in there. Taking my graphite, I want to make a shadow here along the flower so that it looks like it's going underneath. And just softening that out. And I'm going to make kind of a dot of graphite here and then just make it more like that. You can always bring in a little bit of darkness here on the other side of these orbs, getting them to look a tiny bit more rounded. And that is one way to do it as well. So anyway, that was this pattern here. Then you can try it out yourself and see what you think about it. I had a fun one with this, so thank you for watching. Have an attitude of gratitude.